What's up, gang? It's Ryan here from Ruck.Beer, and today we are taking a look at the brand new Mudgear Speed Ruck Rucking boots. To my knowledge, Mudgear at this point is the only brand that is introducing a pair of shoes specifically marketed towards the rucking community. Obviously, GoRuck has been in this market for a while, and this is really the first that I'm aware of competitor that's marketing specifically towards the rucking community. These are some really interesting shoes. I do like them. I'm going to kind of talk you through some of the things that I've experienced. But first, just a thanks to Alex and his team at Mudgear. They did send me these in advance of the launch, give me an opportunity to take a look at them, provide some feedback, and feedback's pretty darn good. To begin with, Mudgear, they've been around the rucking community for quite a while now. You're probably familiar with their rucking socks, which I absolutely love and wear even when I'm not rucking. I wear them many days, especially when I'm wearing boots. So I love their socks. They have other really great gear, but this is their first foray into footwear, and they specifically marketed towards the rucking community. So a couple things that I'm going to talk about. The first thing that I noticed when I got the boot, and you'll see this, is that there is a pretty noticeable curve right here in the toe box area. I actually happen to have, these are Mac V1s from back in the day. This is like an OG original release. So if you just notice, there's a little bit of a rise here in this toe box, but this is really exaggerated here. And when I first pulled them out, it was kind of scratching my head. And the first time I put them on, it actually felt a little bit odd because your toes almost feel like they're kind of lifted off the ground. So just kind of standing in them for the first time was a unique experience. But what I noticed immediately, and even as I started to walk around just my house, is that this kind of upward bend, it makes me want to go. Like there's almost something like the boot is telling me, like, hey man, we got to go. Why are we standing still? So if that was purposeful in the design or not, I'm not sure, but that's 100% what I feel. In fact, when I took them out for the first ruck, I strapped on 45 pounds in my pack, wanting to get a little extra weight to see how they handled it. As I started to walk, just that natural roll of the shoe into that toe area, it just feels like the boot wants to go. Which, if you're creating a boot and calling it the Speed Ruck, that is our name here, right? Yep, the Speed Ruck boot. That's what this thing feels like it wants to do. It just feels like it wants to go. I was concerned that it might be uncomfortable with that aggressive of a, I don't know what the term is, but the curvature here up in the toe area. It is comfortable. It is a very comfortable boot. When I was out, I did some urban rucking, like on sidewalks and stuff like that. I hit some gravel. I hit some off-road, some muddy areas, and at all times it was a very comfortable boot to have on. Some other things that stood out immediately to me is, if you look at this, the cut of the boot in the back. So the side of the boot comes all the way up over the ankle bones. It feels nice and secure around the ankle. But this part back here being cut low really felt good on the Achilles. It felt almost like a tennis shoe back there. A lot of times, because I don't wear boots frequently, I wear them more now than I used to. I used to exclusively ruck in tennis shoes, and that still is my go-to. But one of the things that I always had trouble with when it came to boots was the back of the boot in the Achilles area. And the fact that this is low cut, as I would walk, like it set really nicely on my heel and in the Achilles area. the more I rucked, I was just more aware of how comfortable that really was back there. Another thing that I experience a lot of times with either new shoes or new boots, and I'm always really picky about, is the heel placement. A lot of times I feel like I have to use the extra eyelet to kind of snug in my heel to make sure it really sinks into boots and shoes. But one of the things that I noticed on these boots is that it just sat in there perfectly. There was no slip, no slide. It just felt really comfortable. Like my heel got set. There wasn't any friction or anything, and super happy with the way that it feels back there. The other thing that stood out to me as I actually rucked in them is that there's this beautiful balance, I think, in this boot when it comes to the cushioning. When I walk in this, it feels very solid and secure. Part of that is, I'm sure, whatever, what do we got here? Was this a superior contact? Whatever kind of magic sauce is in these, in this tread and in this the bottom of the shoe, it feels very solid, very secure. It has great ground contact. I love the way that it feels, but yet there is just enough cushion to where even when I was loaded at a heavier weight, walking with the 45-pounder in the Ruck, that it felt extremely comfortable. So I think Alex and the team did a great job here making sure that the boot has that balance of a secure footing, but yet still enough give so that when you're under a lot of load that it feels really good. As far as the look and the design of the boot, it's a really clean looking boot. We've got we've got some Mudgear logo here, kind of subtly put into the side. Some extra reinforcement material here around the heel. Another Mudgear logo in the back. Some reflective stripping on the little tab to help you when you put on the boot. Over here on the interior side, it says Fit Lock, some sort of stitching and material here to kind of help lock in the laces. They are thicker laces. I usually have like a paracord lace on my boots that's a little bit thinner. These are beefier, but they feel really good, lock down the shoe. Lots of interior loops to make sure that the shoelaces don't slide up or down, and helps keep the tongue in place, which is really nice. And then on the tongue we do have another subtle Mudgear logo in there. In all, like I love these boots. I think they are a tremendous rucking boot. The only thing that I would mention as far as those looking at purchasing it, with GoRuck, I typically wear a size 10 in all of their shoes, both boots and tennis shoes and trainers. So when Alex asked my size, I gave him 10. I do feel like I should upsize these by a half. My toe box felt a little cramped, and especially when I was really kind of pushing the pace, and as I was even doing a little ruck shuffle, I really felt like my toes were up against the edge of the toe box. So if you're a GoRuck shoe person, go ahead and upsize by a half, and I think that'll put you in the right size for these boots. But that's my take on these brand new Mudgear Rucking boots. Highly recommend you check them out. And if you got any questions, comments, or anything, drop them in the comment section below. And if you like our videos and content, do me a favor, like and subscribe. See you next time.